Hello, students of SOTA. My name is Tim Arnold, and I am the composer of the piece of music that I hear that you're going to be choreographing for dance and movement and expression while we're all in this slightly strange situation that's called isolation or self-isolating or social distancing, whichever version of events that you are in the middle of. Pretty strange. I'm very lucky. I'm outside at the moment, and of course some people can't go outside and they're stuck indoors. And that's what I wanted to talk about, because the piece of music that you're going to be working with, I wrote in isolation myself. I wrote it on purpose, not because my government told me that I needed to stay indoors, but because I needed to stay indoors to create. And more than that, I needed to stay inside myself, So there's something about being a creator of any kind of art, which actually really means that you need to spend a lot of time inside your mind, inside your imagination, and inside a special place that is unique to us alone. And of course, it doesn't mean you have to do that all the time, because creating is collaborative as well. But to be a creator or a writer, you do spend an awful lot of time on your own. So all my friends who are writers and composers are finding it possibly easier than other people who aren't used to being on their own very much, because that's a sort of special place for us. So if it's not been a special place for you to be on your own, this is the chance, this is the opportunity to discover that we have a freedom inside here. And certainly with listening to music, listening to sound, when you close your eyes to the outside world, what happens inside our minds when we hear sound is sort of infinite. Anything can happen, and I think certainly for coming up with an idea of how to choreograph and how to create movement with your body and the shapes you make, I think it's quite good to stay still and close your eyes and just imagine. So being stuck indoors is probably quite a good start, and not being distracted by the outside world. So I know it's hard for some of us to be indoors all the time, but I'd see this as just a really fantastic opportunity, and I for one am very much looking forward to seeing what everybody comes up with that piece of music that I did write in isolation in a tiny little farmhouse in France, I'd say about 13 years ago. Some of you might not have even been born when that music was made. But yeah, that's the imagination that created the sound that you're working with, was done in isolation. So I think it's only fitting that your imaginations will be in isolation while you're creating some pictures and some visuals, movement to put with that sound. I really look forward to seeing that. Good luck, and hopefully we will get to meet each other without a screen at some point in the future. Take care. Bye bye.